advice I'd give to someone if they're not successful, I think the first thing I would suggest is seeking feedback. So trying to understand why that's not been successful. And in some instances, it may be a minor change in a resubmission and you move back through. So if that's the case, then that's brilliant. However, I think sometimes it's often a bit more complex. So the advice I'd give is really try and seek to understand that system that the business case or the transformation is going into. What are people looking for in trying to approve it? And if you can work that through and kind of understand it, so it's almost more of that stakeholder engagement, I guess, then you may well be able to resubmit or do that again and gain some success, I think. However, I think sometimes if you find that you are not making that progress, you're not understanding where this can fit into your current system, then there's a couple of other things that you can consider. So the first one, I think, is actually changing angle. So going back to your vision, what is it you wanted to achieve? And can you achieve the same goals through a different approach? Can you engage with a different set of stakeholders? Can you work with the other organisations or other people within our system to achieve the same thing or through a different process? I think making sure you have those allies on board or maybe building those alliances is something that's really worth thinking about. The other thing that I think is probably worth thinking about is timing. So I think sometimes if the system is not ready for that business case right now, it might be worth thinking about when is the right time, when is the right opportunity. So rather than continuing and charging at it, actually trying to be very targeted and thinking about this is a great idea, but it might not be that the system is able to consider it right now. When is it able to consider it?